Once upon a time in a small village named Rosewood, there lived a poor young man named Adrian. He was 24 years old. Adrian had warm brown eyes and short black hair. Every day he worked very hard to support his family. His father was ill and stayed in bed most of the time. His mother was too old to work in the fields, so Adrian did everything he could. He worked from sunrise to sunset, taking care of the small farm and selling vegetables in the village market. Life was tough, but Adrian never gave up. Though his family was poor, his heart was full of hope. He always smiled and helped others whenever he could. In the same village, there lived a rich girl named Lila. She was 21 years old and had long golden hair and blue eyes. Lila came from a wealthy family. They owned many farms and lived in a grand house on the hill. Her father, Mr. Bennet, was one of the richest men in Rosewood. Lila had everything: elegant clothes, delicious food, and many servants. But deep down she was not happy. Her heart felt empty. She wanted more than money and luxury. She longed for love, kindness, and someone who would care for her truly. One sunny morning, Adrian was at the market, arranging his vegetables with care. Carrots, tomatoes, and apples neatly placed on his wooden stall. Lila arrived looking for some fruit. She stopped when she saw Adrian. She noticed how carefully he worked, and the warmth in his smile and eyes. Adrian greeted her respectfully. "Good morning." "Good morning," Lila replied softly. "May I buy some apples?" Adrian smiled. "Of course. These apples are fresh from our tree." Lila took the apples and thanked him. From that day on, she came to the market every morning. She brought small baskets and always stopped at Adrian's stall. At first, they only talked about fruits and vegetables. Then the conversations turned to the weather, the village, and eventually their lives. One day, Adrian told her, "I dream of opening my own shop one day. A small place to sell fresh food and support my family." Lila responded, "I want to help people too, not just the rich. I want to give to the poor, to children, to families like yours." Day by day their friendship blossomed. They laughed together, shared stories, and smiled every time they met. And slowly they fell in love. One evening, sitting by the river as the sky turned a soft shade of pink, Adrian looked at Lila and said, "Lila, I love you. You are kind and good. I have nothing to offer you but my heart." Lila smiled. "I love you too, Adrian. You are honest and strong. Your soul is beautiful." They held hands and dreamed of a future together. But happiness didn't last long. Lila's father, Mr. Bennet, heard about their love and was furious. "You cannot be with that boy," he shouted. "He's poor. He has nothing. He's not worthy of my daughter." Lila cried. "But I love Adrian. He works hard and has a good heart." Mr. Bennet refused to listen. "If you marry him, you are no longer my daughter." Heartbroken, Lila ran to Adrian and told him everything. Adrian listened quietly, sadness in his eyes. "I love you," he said softly, "but I don't want your life to be filled with pain. Maybe we shouldn't be together." "No, Adrian," Lila cried. "I want to be with you no matter what." But Mr. Bennet's pride and anger grew. He ordered the villagers not to buy from Adrian's stall. "Don't help that boy," he said. "He's trying to steal my daughter." One by one, villagers stopped buying Adrian's vegetables. His stall was empty. His family had no income. They barely had enough food. His father's health worsened, and medicine was too expensive. Adrian worked harder than ever. He tried to borrow money, but no one helped him. His hands grew rough and his eyes weary. Lila watched it all and couldn't bear the pain. She went to her father once more. "Please, father," she begged. "Let me be with Adrian. He is a good man." Mr. Bennet shouted, "No. You will marry someone rich. I've already chosen him." "I don't love him," Lila cried. "You will do as I say," he yelled and locked her in her room. She could see the sky through her window, but not the one she loved. She cried every night, thinking of Adrian, his smile, their dreams. Her heart felt like it was breaking. Meanwhile, Adrian was losing hope. His father was very ill. His small savings were gone. The dream of a shop seemed farther away than ever. Then one night, a storm struck the village. Rain poured down, the wind howled, and thunder rolled across the sky. That night, Lila escaped from her house. She ran through the rain, soaked to the bone, her golden hair flying in the wind. She reached Adrian's house and knocked on the door. Adrian opened it, stunned. "Lila, what are you doing here? I can't live without you," she cried. "Let's run away together." "I can't take care of you," Adrian said. "I can't even feed my own family." "We'll face everything together," she said. "I'll help you. I'll work. I don't care about money. I care about you." Adrian looked at her, so wet, cold, and brave. He hugged her tightly. "You're so strong, Lila. I love you." That night they made a choice. They would leave Rosewood and start a new life together. They packed a small bag and walked into the storm. They didn't know where they were going, but they had each other. They walked all night and reached a small town called Brookmere by morning. It was quiet and far from their old village. They had no money, no food, and no place to stay, but they had hope. "I'll find work," Adrian said. "Anything I can do." "And I'll work too," Lila said. "We'll build a life together." Adrian found a job as a laborer, carrying stones under the sun. It was back-breaking work, but he never complained. Lila became a maid in a small house, cleaning, cooking, and washing clothes. Her hands became rough, but her heart remained tender. Every evening they met under a tree by the river. They shared bread, laughed, and dreamed of the future. Some days were very hard. Sometimes they went to sleep hungry. Some nights they slept outside. But they never gave up. One evening Adrian said, "I'm saving a little every week. One day I'll open that shop." Lila smiled. "And I'll be right there beside you helping." Years passed. Slowly they saved more. Adrian learned new skills. Fixing things, talking to people, buying and selling small goods. Lila learned to cook better, sew clothes, and treat customers kindly. Finally, one bright morning, Adrian rented a small wooden space near the market. It wasn't big, but to them it was a palace. Lila cleaned it, decorated it, and hung a little sign. "Adrian's Fresh Goods." They sold vegetables, fruit, tea, and homemade snacks. People in Brookmere loved them, the kind man and the smiling woman. Business grew. They bought warm clothes, better food, and simple comforts. Back in Rosewood, Mr. Bennet heard of them. A traveler said, "Your daughter Lila and that boy Adrian now run a shop in Brookmere. They're doing well." At first Mr. Bennet was angry, but then sadness filled him. He remembered Lila's tears and her strength. Slowly his heart softened. "I was wrong," he whispered. "I wanted her to marry wealth. But she chose love, and she was right. One day Mr. Bennet traveled to Brookmere. He walked through the market and found their little shop. He saw Lila handing a child a free apple. He saw Adrian fixing a basket for an old woman. He stepped forward. "Lila," he said softly. She looked up, eyes wide. "Father." He nodded. "Yes, came to see you. To say I was wrong." Tears filled her eyes. She ran and hugged him. "I forgive you," she said. "I missed you so much." Mr. Bennet looked at Adrian. "And you? You are a good man. Thank you for taking care of my daughter." Adrian smiled. "Thank you for accepting us." From that day Mr. Bennet visited often. He brought no gold, only love and peace. Life was still not easy for Adrian and Lila. They worked every day. But they faced every challenge together. When one was tired, the other gave strength. When one cried, the other gave comfort. They never forgot the nights of hunger, the cold, the rain. But they also never forgot the power of love and hard work. People in Brookmere told their story. They were poor, they said, but their hearts were rich. Children looked up to them. Young couples came for advice. And Adrian and Lila always said the same thing. Money isn't everything. A kind heart, a strong will, and true love can build a beautiful life. And so, Adrian and Lila lived simply, but happily. Their shop grew. Their hearts remained kind. And their story became a light for others.